Eamon Khan here, 40 seconds out. Pleasure to be in the company of legendary trainer Buddy McGirt. Buddy, we just had the face-off. There was a bit of verbals exchange between the two of them. The interesting thing that I thought was that Moses Itauma said that he felt that sometimes the wolf dresses as a sheep to catch the other wolf. Right. Is there a bit of that going on?
You know what? No. Dillian's just being Dillian right now. You know what I mean? He knows what's at stake here, and he knows what he has to do. So there's no need of making a ruckus, hollering and screaming and doing all that wildness, you know what I mean? He's a veteran now. He's been around a long time. So all that shit doesn't mean anything. What matters is what you do on Saturday night, fight night.
Okay, I know a lot has been made about the discussion of watching tape, and I'm not going to do that, but you've seen so many fighters come and go, being a brilliant fighter within your own right. How many times in boxing has it been where there's been a hype and they haven't lived up to it?
A lot. But, I don't watch, see, when I say I don't watch tape, it's no disrespect to any fighter. That's not my style. Because I was a fighter, I don't disrespect any fighter. I'm cut from a different cloth. You know what I'm saying? I come from a different school of learning. So, plus, like I tell people, this kid's knocked out everybody. So what is there to see on the tapes? Yeah. Knockouts? I don't want to see knockouts. Mm-hmm. I know he can punch. I know he's fast. I know he can fight. I know he's athletic. I know that. So by knowing that, that's all I need to know. I don't need to know anything else. So we prepare for any and everything. You don't prepare for one thing, because if you prepare for one thing and he don't do it, then what do? You're stuck. But if you prepare for everything, you make adjustments as you go along.
Is there something specifically you look for in a fighter to say that this guy isn't just hype, he is the real deal?
Oh, you can, it's hard to explain what it is. But there's something you can see and be like, yo.
You had it.
This Mamma Jamma is the real deal.
What about Dillian then, in terms of a lot of talk about his age and things? What do you do to make sure a fighter can combat the age and still be as good as he possibly can be?
There's an old saying, you get the guy drunk before you mug him. So we gotta slow him down somehow. We're gonna hit him on the hips, thighs, kneecaps, wherever we can hit him to slow him down. Once we slow him down, then we mug him.
Why isn't Dillian just the left hook? Everyone kind of commentates and says and highlights his left hook is his most potent weapon. Why is he more than just the left hook?
Because of his experience, and he's fought damn near everybody. He's been around. So, it's good to, when you start out, you got just that one punch. But as you go along, you add more to your arsenal. That's a good thing.
In terms of the highlight reel of Dillian Whyte, a lot has been made about the uppercut and the defense of that. Now, I spoke to Moses Itauma's team, and sure, they're not just going to come in and throw the uppercut. That's foolhardy. But has there been any kind of game planning or tightening of the defense for that uppercut?
You got to tighten the defense with that. No, that's not a secret. You got to tighten up the defense on that.
The other thing that pundits seem to be saying is that this is a deep waters type of fight. Do you read it that way if you're going to get the victory?
Yeah, it's got to go to the deep waters. Unless somebody slips up and get caught early. But we gotta get him into the deep waters. That's the key.
What would you like for Dillian off the back of a victory as you plan to get? Would you like to see him get that rematch with Anthony Joshua?
What I would like after this is for him to just go home, enjoy his family, and see what's next.
Well, yeah, one last question: your Canelo versus Terence Crawford prediction?
I like Crawford if he doesn't come in too heavy. Bigger's not always better. He's too good of a fighter. He doesn't have to come in at 168 or 167. I think he should be between 60 and 65. You know what I mean? Because by fight night, he's going to put on 10 pounds. You know what I mean? So he'll be 75. But if he's 68, by fight night, he could be 180. Can you maintain that weight for 12 rounds? You know what I'm saying? Can you carry it for 12 rounds and be effective? He's a good athlete. He's got a lot of things in his favor. You know what I mean? But my personal belief is that I pick him to win, but I think that if he comes in lighter than 68, it's not that much of a tougher fight for him.
Buddy, pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.